monitor that is linked up with the observers that is a couple of seconds quicker. So sometimes we see a pick before we're meant to see it. On a road trip, we do not have that. And so we talked about, which
Nocturne pick specifically. I think pairing it alongside Nico is just fantastic. I don't know if you remember this, but Nico mid lane with Nocturne jungle was very common as a gank in mids.
Yeah, who with the crystallized flash over from Isma, looking for that fear tab. The Tangle Barbs goes wide, flash away from Jun. As Yike was landing that shield vault, but no further follow-up from either side. Summoners exchanged. Alongside that, you get the subsequent bonuses, right? The enemy jungler doesn't have camp spawning, so they have to go and try and find something to get to that level 6. That means you can set up around the dragon. Your bot lane has to back away, already getting pushed in as well, and including their little baby Krugs, I guess. It's a full Krug massacre.
Is he not more like a plant?
It's a rock.
Yeah, but in the sense that if you break off a piece of the bark,
Grand Starfall, Dominus out from Lot, but already down to 200 HP, has to flash away with the paranoia. Isma gets the fear down, and with the spear going out as well, Isma just secures first blood. I think Yike thought that he had a little bit more damage than that, but the paranoia blocking any sight of Lot meant that he couldn't get it down. Lightning Burst coming out from Kalisk, but Busio's already dead. Jun only level 5, lands the Blooming Burst. Kalisk gets one in response, but Noah answers. 2 for 1 on the bot side, a kill on the top side. Giant X have come to play here on Sunday.
My biggest frustration with GX watching them play yesterday, you can't afford to underestimate, and they do have the potential. But GX, the big frustration I have with them is they've been able to find leads before. It's what happens in the mid game, that approach to team fighting, and often when they... Oh, hang on a minute.
Chain of Corruption out. Polymorph coming down as well. Tangle Barbs is Busio! This guy hasn't woken up, Vedi!
Doesn't flash away, doesn't have level 6. To get involved in that fight, absolutely. Let's see if he can now use it proactively rather than reactively to make stuff happen. It looks like bot lane's going to be the focus.
Okay, so Busio just hit 6. Wild Growth could be the decider. Pop Blossom in, Polymorph as well, and now Jackie's on the flank. The Wild Growth keeping Kalista alive for a second for Jackie's to secure the kill. TP out. This is a massive investment by KC. This is desperation more than anything else. KC TPing leading. 700 gold lead for this Poke Varus, who has already got his bot lane quest completed. 900 now because of the quest. 700 lead for Jun, who had a couple of waves of minions. It's still a little bit of extra gold for Kana, but Lot has done a good job overall. Jackie's, though, needs to be careful. Realm Warp, Shield Bolt there for the stun. And Jackie's overextends on a side lane. KC get the shutdown onto Kana.
Dropped dramatically to 1.9, but GX getting good damage down onto that bot tier 1. Enemy jungle. Ooh, yikes. Nice smite comes through from him.
Lands the Q smite across the wall. Always hard to play into a Pantheon. He does have that little bit of extra execution, and now with the TP coming in behind, who's going to join the fray? No TP on the rise and no way out for Lot. A sad Croc with the flash. Might even escape. Kalista's trying to collapse on him, but Noah here to shepherd his Crocodile away. Grand Starfall. This is going to be deep from Yike. Sliced in. Dice out from Lot. Manages to walk away. And another spear coming out of the Pantheon isn't going to find its mark.
I like this TP from KC, but Yike just spent a lot of time hovering, to be honest, just sitting in the topside jungle. Meanwhile, GX get 2 towers, they get the dragon. Scuttle Crab going to be secured as well, Kana, which is a good thing. They now need to, in this position, leverage the poke that comes through from Noah, but I feel like KC's going to force this.
Yeah, Yike walking forward. Noah gets the Chain of Corruption down, piercing out Mikhail's away. Kana looking for that flank, TP'd in for the extra shield. Lot is separated from his team, as is Noah, who has to flash, and now Giant X are in an effective 3v5. They'll start to back away towards the bottom side. Dominus popped by Lot, but no way in for him. Lightning Crash out of Kalist, flash away from Jackie's. Another bit of poke, the Tangle Barbs. Jackie's needs to open up, he's the only real damage here. Noah and Lot cannot be found. It's a Realm Warp out from Giant X because their support is already dead. Giant X, after using the paranoia, were just split apart by KC, and Noah might not survive yet. Grand Starfall out. Noah has no flash, has no life. KC just dismantle Giant X at the Drake.
The coordination just isn't there for GX. They cannot find an angle into this fight. Simply fantastic play from Yahoo.
Yeah. Incredible stuff from Yahoo there. Didn't pick up any of the kills, but definitely did the lion's share of the work, as we see the paranoia diving onto the backline. Busio falls low, Chain of Corruption gonna land as well, but there we go, between worlds and into the afterlife. go two of Giant X. Isma sure to follow suit here. Chased out by the Flash Frost and the Frostbite, and Yahoo gets his first of the game. It's an ace for KC, and nothing that Giant X can do.
It feels like a tale as old as time. Like, Isma ulting onto his support. Like, I've seen it so many times. They have simply been outscaled, and so GX, the only way they're going to turn this game around is basically relying on a mistake.
Jackie's crystallized Flash Frost has to be flashed away from TP behind now. As Giant X look for perhaps a play. Tangle Barbs available for Jun, and immediately into the Bollywood block. A great pop blossom on the 4, but no one can walk past the blue wall. KC set up the triple for Kalist. Isma and Noah are able to walk out. Noah's going to TP. Yeah, who tried to flash with the Flash Frost, but couldn't land the flash squared onto Noah before he TPs out. But you have to feel that's it. That's the game done. Isma getting chased out by Yike. 30 seconds on anyone else meaningful for Giant X.
A valiant effort from Jun. A nice ulti, but the response was simply too strong. The Nocturne ultimate now going to be used in the 1v1.
Yeah, he gets the fear out with Paranoia. Weirding into two-fold. Hex kinda needs another auto, or at least another Q. Couldn't get there in time, but Noah's now forced back to the fountain. Isma hasn't got a chance to base, and the Nexus towers are the target for KC. For Giant X, it was a good start until it wasn't. For KC, business as usual after the 25-minute mark. They'll end it in 30 with a 10,000 gold lead.
KC with one more win, a 2-0 victory would secure them in first place at the end of the spring split regular season. They would have choice of their opposition going into playoffs. GX, they're going to have to bounce back to see if they can find a game this weekend, because right now they're at 0-5 on the verge of going 0-6.
Yeah, as we said, they have lost 9 of the last 10 games they've played.
Oof.
9 of the last 10 after going 4-0 in series. They have been on a downward trend, and they are locked in 6th in our playoffs race. They'll be in that bottom side of the bracket without...
Okay, this will throw you back. Do you remember 2015 MSI?
Not off the top of my head, dude.
Do you remember...
No, I was still on to Specsavers recently, you know, like... Kana with no flash is susceptible to this gank, and I don't really think there's an escape for the Casio. Can't molt that skin, and is taken down a lot, and...
Lot didn't quite get that first blood, but still happy nonetheless. No teleport on Kana as well, means the Lot can push this underneath the tower, maybe even get a plate for himself. And given that KC had 3 winning lanes, GX definitely needed to make something happen, so punishing... Bushio.
Bushio.
No, but you have to say the pronunciation of Bushio. It would be Bushio.
It's not my joke, I don't have to make it good, man. It's Twitch chat's joke. As once again, Kana is cannibalized by Isma and Lot. As he's been constricted in the top lane on the Boa. As Noah is forced down to 150 HP. Good Mystic Shot, though, takes Kalist out of action. The barrier used just in time to stop that True Shot barrage.
Okay, so GX once again treat stats as just they can stat check anything for us.
Yeah.
Hey stats, can you check how many beans are in an average can of baked beans?
I can do that. Good. Okay, so let's go back to the game for a sec.
Oh, flash in from Isma.
Because there's the Impale. Cease and Desist coming out as well. Arcane Sword from Yahoo. Emperor's alive for the knockback, and Yahoo is low and will go down. Isma needs to walk away from Yike. Could get caught out. Boosted here with the Caretaker Shrine. The shield! Not enough, and Lock kills Cardo on the top side. The True Shot barrage finds Vi in mid, and Lot
known on the rift with a 2-0-2 scoreline. We look back at the play. Meganar into the wall, the chain CC, kind of just wanted to interrupt the back, but and the flash
Great
from Lot.
flash.
Beautifully played.
I'm going to say that.
Do we think compositionally KC have a much better late game comp than GX do?
Very good question.
And I guess you could argue this time round, GX do have a much better late game.
Yike's in the pit, Impaled, goes wide, Smite does land from Isma. Yike needs to get away from the focus resolve. There's the root, True Shot barrage coming out from Noah. He dashes away. And Giant X will be able to remove all 4 players from that.
We've still got our first items. We're ready to tumble. But GX, right, they get the objective, they disengage. Now Yahoo drops the combo.
Yeah, has to flash away here. Jackie's the risk of a cease and desist. Kana not pushing the lane as he has been so much this game, I think gave a small inkling that something was happening. And now Yike has retreated. Kana, no petrifying gaze, does have the flash, puts down the miasma, upheaval there. And flash away from the Casio.
GX, 1-2 short handles and 2 grasping jaws working on a pivot and used for gripping things.
Yeah, it's
but in this situation, ooh, Yahoo just gets bounced in the bouncy castle. Jackie's stunned by Yahoo's fantastic form in the air.
I guess, yes, they are gripping the vision firmly. You're entirely correct, Betty. I feel like you're just being fed some one-liners now.
No.
Yike, cease and desist flashes to make it so the shifting sands from Jackie's couldn't get him away in time. Yike shortens the duration of his ultimate charge. Because of that, Jackie's does not have the chance to react. Of KC being on the top side of the map.
Credit to KC, considering it's 5-1 in kills. GX had a 1.8k gold lead. That gold lead has now disappeared.
Yeah.
Lotto gonna get a solo kill here.
He flashes forward and Kana's dead.
Yeah.
Busio and Yike are here to try and turn it around, but Lot's gonna go mega. Still has that Nav as well. The wallop dodge with the cease and desist. Nav against the wall. Tempered Fate out from Busio. Volt breaker forward. Lot dashes away from it. Wallop doesn't find the stun. Busio still tanking. Caretaker Shrine into the heel, into Yike. Landing the Volt breaker is enough for KC to secure that kill on Lot.
Wow, Busio played that.
Oh! Goal!
I was just about to say Busio played kind of foregoing contesting these neutral objectives, wanting to try and get a little bit more gold back into the carry's pockets. Oh, Jackie's
Noxious Blast will land onto him, and Kana had all the move speed in the world to chase him down.
Yeah, that is...
Remember, Casio very quick these days as well, with her passive being changed to just have movement speed effects on her increase, and then if you hit someone with a Noxious Blast and get that poison down, you get increased movement speed as well. It's very hard to get away from her if she does land that initial bit of damage. No, we're looking for a bit more. Flash! Oh, he took the gate by accident, I believe.
I think he wanted to take it to get to safety, but the miasma was going to stop him. So I'm actually very surprised, considering there's a 3-kill difference between the 280 carry. For it only to be a 300 gold gap is honestly shocking. Either way, the gold is dead even right now.
Yeah. The lead for Yahoo, balancing out deficits in the rest of the lanes. The Petrifying Gates, there's the cease and desist as well. And Noah has no flash and no way to get out. The impale on Yike, he can Bolt Breaker out. Jun looking for the inner flame across the wall. Kana falling low as well as Yacht is about to go mega. The jump doesn't get him across the side. And Giant X can't engage any further. Isma with an Ishtar's impact might be able to get the slow onto Yahoo. Jun there as well with the managed inner flame, but Lot, I don't think, can close this gap. KC able to get everyone out alive. Everyone out. Jackie's again backing in that same position. You think he would have had a little bit of a lesson from the last time that he recalled there. Gonna get chased out by Busio, who has no flash now. TP behind though. Emperor's Divide will put Busio into the clutches of Isma. That's 1 kill. Jackie's gets some mana back from Presence of Mind, but it's not enough for him to dash away in time.
TP for Lot. Level 15 on the Nart. Should be able to melt through this objective, get a little bit more gold back for GX as the gold continues to trade.
He has Flash about it. Oh, if that focus was over and hit, but he's still on the wrong side of the map, and Lot is here to collapse. Kalist was in no man's land.
Yeah, it looked like he was clearing out of wards, and he's just completely isolated. No Busio to help protect him. He had both the summoners up but realized that it wasn't worth it. Here we go, Noah.
Assist onto Noah as they look for the chase here with Yahoo. Is shouting back in by Isma. Upheaval for the slow route with the focus resolve. Impale brings back the Victor, and it's Giant X who find the win. Victor dying off is all of Casey's lead. He does get enough burn to take down Karma.
KC, uncharacteristic with their forces. Like, constantly trying to find these skirmishes. People getting caught out left, right, and center. GX now have prime position over the Baron.
Yike, the king of smites so far, continues to look for one hit. So he has a blast cone, a Vault Breaker away into the back of the pit. A Control Ward 2 shows him exactly the health on which it sits. Vault Breaker begun, knock up from the Baron. Yike goes in too early. Ishtar's impact against the wall. Jackie's yeets him out, and there's the smite. Lot does a great job of keeping the rest of KC distracted. A True Shot Barrage will clip Kalist and take half his HP, but no follow-up. Giant X.
Yeah, on Soul Point as well. GX looking to make an upset happen. As a lot
of magic damage on the side of KC, but thinks that the Mercury Treads is enough to deal with that. Yahoo needs to be cautious here. Ishtar's impact looking for the chase. The Arcane Storm's going to stop that channel into a gravity field, but the flash upheaval. Yahoo does still have flash. Isma, when is the impale going to be held for? Yahoo trying to dash away. KC have Busio here. Caretaker's trying double tempered fate. and Yahoo holds on to his summoner and is bailed
Him
out.
having a lot of poke available to him in conjunction with an Azir is definitely scary. Ooh, they're attacking the side lane once again.
Jackies. There's no help for him here. Giant X need to find something on the other side of the map as Jackies is already dead. They have like 3 seconds to react to push in. KC with a good collect.
I know this is definitely a GX favored arena, but look at the positioning of Yike. What a flank.
Yep. Sneaks behind, Lot caught out, doesn't have the time to go into Mega, and Lot's dead before the fight starts. Again, vision control from KC, just too much for GX to handle.
A very clean flank. Just great positioning there from Yike. Catches Lot completely off guard, and they secure the Dragon uncontested, and there's not really much else for GX to do on the map. They're going to
X are doing one of the 3 plays we talked about in game 1, Vedi. This is number 3. Play for the Baron and see if you can get a TP out. There aren't any for KC, so it might just be a full Baron force, as you say. They're flipping for it. Miasma down. Isma stopped from going in. Yike pulled out with the Impale. Smite available. Giant X will get the Baron, but off towards the side. Jackies is done for. A GA on Yike, and Giant X have to retreat out of the back of the pit. Yike looking for the Vault Breaker. Won't go for it in the end. Lot has Flash here. Yike has cease and desist. I wonder if Lot can get himself out of this situation. Vault Breaker forward. Yike. Right.
Yeah.
You got mid and top pushing at the same time. Yike is looking for a flank position onto Lot, who is about to go mini-nar. Busio there as well for the chase. Lot begins to jump away. There's the Cosmic Binding across the wall. Meanwhile, Yahoo continues to push in through the bottom lane. The rest of Giant X now starting to collapse. Busio just trying to be a distraction. Vault Breaker out from Yike. Will get him away.
This is actually so good. But I like what GX is doing in response.
Just
They're
keep
pushing towards the
investing.
inhibitor. Yeah, but now someone needs to go back to base. They need to deal with Yahoo, who's just trading on the other side.
It will be Inhib Town for Inhib
good
Town.
TP.
Noah! Straight into the face of Yike, and Emperor's Divide will almost take out Yike. Jackies does get the kill, but Yahoo's here with the TP. A double impale from Isma. He doesn't have the damage to back him up. Jackie's gonna die to Kalista in the death ray, and Isma just has to run away. Miasma stops the Ishtal's impact. Kana continues to land those twin fangs, but more of an adder than a viper against the Skana. Forward. Tempered Fate did find its mark, but couldn't really be followed up on. So Cosmic Binding found its mark, but couldn't really be followed up on. This is soul for Giant X if they can secure it. Lot trying to be just a nuisance on the side. Yike in the pit now. Yahoo with an Arcane Storm. Lot goes into the GA. A magical journey towards the side. There's the Hextech Soul. Yike diving in, but he's going to dive to Noah. Busio on the flank. Jun trying to keep him at bay. A double for Kalist. Jun has to flash away from the Cosmic Binding. His shot's impact from Isma will get him out as well. Noah still relatively healthy in terms of all of it.
Look at the inhibitor, look at the inhibitor. All those minions, someone needs to get back to base. It's going to be Kana that's trying to recall. GX, they don't have the resources to keep them busy. Instead, their focus is getting back to base, but the tower will fall.
Kana is back. True Shot Barrage and find its mark. No real vision here for Giant X. Noah jumps onto Busio, a magical journey. Mikhail's the health not enough to save him. Yahoo joins the party. Noah tries to take out Kalist, but a flash away from Le Petit Pawns is able to survive. Not through an arcane shift, and a shift in the mood here in the arena as Giant X are winning out on the fight. Isma falls to Yahoo, and now Yahoo with the Siphon Power shield keeps himself alive. Kana here to join the fray. Flash Miasma! Noah! He missed the boat and the sinking of the fangs.
Skirmishing happens, but we need to get back to life because the Baron is starting. Does GX have the numbers to contest? This is going down pretty quickly.
2 seconds, has no TP, no way to get back here. True Shot Barrage might be their only hope. Isma trying to run his way through. True Shot Barrage comes through, but the Baron already secured. So Baron versus Soul is the play we've got to see. GX have had 2 of these purple buffs. Haven't been able to crack through those Nexus towers yet. They've taken down 1. That won't.
The Yahoo with the death cap. This Victor is doing so much damage. Isma.
Okay, Ishtal's impact impale. You have Jun here as well. Yike with the Vault Breaker will dash across the wall. They're looking for the play. Hextech out the Soul is going to get the slowdown. Cease and desist. Miasma, flash, dash. Noah dies to Carmine Corp. Lot goes in with an eye. Yahoo with a perfect stopwatch. Arcane Storm is going to time out Tempered Fate. Lands on the damage dealer on the backline. Busio finds his man, finds his mark, and the Azir can now only retreat away from the oncoming storm that is KC. Flash. Oh, Jackies, how'd you do it? An Emperor's Divide, perhaps to survive in this game. Kalist, Yike, and Busio are still alive. It's only the supporting
until Noah comes back alive. They're at the very least going to get themselves an inhibitor. Can they fish for more?
They'll be looking for it. Busio going to go through that Caretaker Shrine. Inhibitor Tower in the mid lane has gone down. It might just be a double inhib play here. Noah up in 10. And it's even just a single. Yeah, it's huge.
And like it saves the game. Now the Elder is alive.
I mean, Yahoo and Kalista pushing through mid. They're looking for the win, but this Elder is the target. Temper Fate comes down. Yike could look for the seal. He's in the back of the pit. Has a Guardian Angel as well. The Elder down to 900 HP. It's Isma that smites it. Locke trying to deal with the 2 in the base. Carter already feels the power of the laser. Yike's going to follow suit. Giant X finds 2. Meanwhile in the base, Locke with a Nav against the wall, but the Nexus Tower falls. Locke finds one of the 2. It's all on Kalista. Can he avoid Locks? But now with Jackie's coming back, he cannot! Madrid erupts for Giant X, who somehow, some way, have found a way to win the game.
Wow, Isma has just been getting the better of Yike in these smite fights. Busio thinks that he can find the back door, but GX will not allow it. That is 4 dead on the side of KC. They need to make a beeline. They have a wave in top lane. Noah is heading straight towards it. GX may have just done it. The upset may have just happened. KC's first place chances have just disappeared.
The way to end the mid-game woes is just to take it longer and longer. 41 minutes, 500 kills for Jackies. And here at home, Giant X find their first win.
What a crazy game. Coming down to an Elder flip. The base defense as well. What a banger. They'll bring us to a game 3. But with that win, GX will lock Vitality in first place.
It's not
So, where is the brand going? Is
I
it
think
top
it's brand
lane?
I think it's kind of brand top.
Is it really brand top?
It's brand top, dude.
He blind picked brand top?
Yeah.
Rather than just stuff repeating me, you know what I mean? But anyway, thank you so much, Finn. We'll see how that top lane matchup plays out. Yahoo on the Silas in the middle lane, and the Nautilus down bot lane. We're expecting great things from Busio. Let's see if he can pull it off as well.
Exhaust Ignite run by Kalista. Busio here. There's the staggering blows from Busio as well. And, ooh, Yikes. Snuck in, but was spotted. Not as sneaky a K9 as he wanted to be.
It's a big commitment, though. Now, Yike, let's see how he adapts this, because, yeah, it looks like the play is he's not going to adapt at all. He's just going to go back to base.
No, Isma's going to chase him out here. Does he have Eviscerate up? Yike uses the core of the pack, then uses the flash, then uses the Eviscerate. No, he just didn't quite.
On the Krugs to actually give information as to where Yike is, so the bot lane feels very safe. Meanwhile, Kana is now at risk of a dive.
So Kana hasn't recalled yet. He's trying to hold on to that TP, and he's just dead. Wind becomes lightning, Kana becomes dead, I guess.
They do have the early game edge when it comes to this matchup.
Giant X leads in jungle and in mid, but perhaps not in bot any longer as Noah tries to dash away. Jun there. The Tidecaller's blessing in the ebb and flow.
Luxurious gold lying in wait. Little did he know that it was Smaug's lair. And Smaug was ready to chomp his arm off.
I will say Smaug not very good at defending his treasures from people. The hobbits, I mean, one hobbit did it. As there's the Hex Smash in for Busio, into the hook, and yep, Jun is baited and outsmarted by Busio. Just oversteps into the tri-bush. A lot going in. There's the conflagration, at Seer combination. EQ alongside the Pillar of Flame to get that Blaze passive off. Lot's going to keep going at risk of a Pyroclasm, and yep, there's the Seer back, and Lot manages to survive through it. A Fated Ashes perhaps would have been enough to get that kill there for Kana.
Very close stuff there from Kana. Very close trade between the two top laners. Cool that we are seeing the combo that Finn talked about. That every time Lot goes in, immediately gets stunned up. The E passive obviously not as effective as Yahoo commits the ult.
It just steals away that Spirit Rush and uses it. Jackie's able to walk to the side of it. Busio is looking for a gank up towards the top side as well. Lot needs to be careful with how he pushes out this wave.
Yeah, nice use of the Fog of War here.
He flashed over it! Okay, that was all kinds of wrong, but in the end, it's right for Giant X. As Kana misses everything.
They want to contest this. Thinking about it.
Eviscerate over the wall. Yike has flash. Might just have to use it to get out. There's the Smite Crescent Guard down as well. It won't go any further. Giant X happy enough just to take the...
Okay, gold ends up being equalized. First dragon in the game, though, going over to GX. Now, Noah, you've fallen for this trap once before. Uh-oh.
Man, Noah, he just oversteps. Look, he's too trusting. He sees a minion wave and he's like, oh, tasty, tasty gold.
Yeah, I feel like he should have just been a little bit more suspicious. Like he's literally fallen for this exact same play.
Kalist and Busio were doing the whole don't be suspicious.
Not quite working out into the Nautilus pick that KC brought
Gank
through.
kind of worked out for them in game 1, and I think game 2 might just be a repeat. There's the Acquisition into the counter-strike. Wind becomes lightning, should follow it up. Isma not even using it, goes in with the audacious charge, and a couple of autos with the wind at the end just to blow down the blaze in the top lane.
Okay, so just Camp Kana seems to be the strat. Hook.
Jackies is on form with these dodges, does have to use the Spirit Rush away in the end, but hasn't been hit by Busio's hook.
Deep in the enemy jungle, but keep my eyes on the minimap as Busio rotating towards top lane, but the bot lane of GX is already on its way.
There's a dive about to materialize as Yike tries to jump over the wall with the Eviscerate, doesn't get across. 3 talent strike going out as well. Yike goes in with a Hound's Pursuit just to try and get away from the fight, but can't do it. Isma does have the help of Noah in the end with the culling. I'm not sure he needed it to down that dog. Isma perhaps deciding Gromp is an easier target to get that smite upgrade. I think they may have just given up the ghost on this Drake. Isma will take the Gromp with the smite. 15 seconds before his next one's up. Yike already on the Drake, and that's secured. Flash in, depth charge from Busio. Lands the dredge line as well onto Yahoo. Sorry, onto Jackies. Isma already down. Hound's Pursuit in by Yahoo, who's able to touch away. It's the Spirit Rush, in fact, as Jun's going to die as well. Yahoo just rushing around the fight. The Neferi with a double. And like,
for it. I think it's going to be really difficult for GX, given the disparity between the two AD carries, to really contest these neutral objectives. Lot is going to start making that rotation up from the bottom.
Noah dashes forward immediately into exhaust. Tidal Wave comes up. Noah able to dash out of the back of the fight. Crescent Guard Wind becomes lightning from Isma. Hits onto Kalist, but now Yahoo's here to join the party. Isma will find one, but it will be a 1-for-1 as Yahoo takes his life as forfeit.
The rotation from Yahoo was just... And Busio is having a stellar performance on this Nautilus as well, punishing every single play that Noah tries to make. Noah keeping them interested here as the resets come through. Kalist now making his way to top.
Yeah, importantly though, because Isma goes down as Kalist is charmed up here, Kalist is just taken out by Jackies with the Ignite in a 1v1.
I mean, the exhaust was used in mid lane,
yeah,
so he had nothing left.
Doesn't have to be too concerned as to the machinations of Jackies and Isma. Jun and Noah joining the party might cause him slightly more concern though. 4v1, a lot harder to navigate than a 2v1. Good charm out of Jackie. Spirit Rush still available for Yahoo as he steps forward. Tidal Wave comes out as well across the wall. Yahoo's still looking just for the 1v1. Jackie's healed up. Spirit Rush away. Will manage to survive, and now I'm not sure Yahoo has a way out of this one. Noah opens up, gets the shutdown. There was a TP in, or just a run in from Kana, I guess. Must have run straight through the lane to get here.
I mean, cool mechanics from Yahoo, but it doesn't result in anything.
No.
Instead, he ends up giving his life. The good news is KC do get a dragon. Busio is sitting in a pocket of darkness. Can he get away?
I'm not sure he wants to be in that pocket anymore. Dredgeline will get him out. Lot could have looked for the counter strike, but doesn't quite get it. Now needs it to walk towards the middle lane. Kalist still with this Trinity Force and Manamune almost stacked all the way up. Just able to take the tower. Lots. Okay, the Hound's Pursuit doesn't follow him all the way. Now he's going to look for a play onto Kana, who does not have Flash, and Isma's here to make it a 2v1. Okay.
Oh.
Kana walks out. Oh, Busio's on his way across, I guess. Maybe deciding they don't want to play into it. They've also lost track of Kalist and of Yike. Yike no longer has that Hound's Pursuit, but it would have been a 3v4. Isma jumps in, quarter the pack from Yike to dodge the wind becomes lightning. And they manage to remove Kana from any...
Wherever he sees a chance, leveraging the pockets of vision to avoid being spotted out.
Naughty is such a good rat for vision, because you have your dredge line at all times. And Skonda ducked in from Yahoo. Ignite though on him means the Kingslayer doesn't heal him up too much. But there's Busio to join the fray. Crescent Guard out. Busio kills Jackie's Wind becomes lightning, doesn't hit onto Yahoo with the Spirit Rush away. And now Isma is collapsed on as Giant X collapse around him. 2 more kills to KC, a 4K gold lead. And all he can do is find that tower on top.
It's
a lot of damage coming out from him. And for Noah and Jun, very hard to step up into it. Dredgeline's going to land onto Jackie's, who Spirit Rushes away, Tidal Wave out as well.
I mean, that's 2 ults immediately.
Yeah. KC have already disengaged. Kana has the flank. Oh, Pyroclasm. Oh, burn, baby, burn! Pyroclasm, immediate charm coming out. The Blaze passive bouncing between all of Giant X, and with a Dredgeline, that hook, line, and sinker will send Giant X back into the fountain. KC with a perfect Kana flank just decimate Giant X.
I mean, he burns them to a crisp. Kana with a fantastic flank catches GX completely unawares. I mean, I'd love to see the damage dealt in that team fight after the replay if we can get it, just because, like, it looks mega
Okay. Man, you can add up everyone but Lots from Giant X and you don't touch the damage the Brand did. Now KC starting up the Baron. Lot is in the bottom lane. I think they may have just given this one up. Giant X can't fight it.
From 0-3-0 scoreline to 0-4-4. Impressive stuff from Carl.
Guarantee a win.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good one, Betty.
I didn't make that joke.
It's very funny.
Uh-oh. Jun.
Darking Dagger's second part doesn't connect, and because of that, Yike isn't going to chase too much further. Corner of the pack coming out. There's the culling as well. Isma looking for the chase. Lot has that flank position. Counter-strike as well. Yike, no way to dodge away from this. And Yike a little greedy there. He made a dog's dinner of it overall.
Yeah, the aggressions are being punished as Yahoo now skirmishing against Jackies.
Yahoo? It's going to have ducked. Okay, he's not tanking the tower anyway, so he can send out a tentative probe to see if he can find the connection. Doesn't do it.
With this Baron, Casey will finally begin their siege.
Is Rocket Belt Ari really the play? I get it against the Silas because he's chasing me down so much, but like,
it's just a raw stats thing, Medic.
Yeah, I just don't like it, dude. Like, he's got Rocket Belt, Oblivion Orb, Malignance, and a needlessly large rod.
Well, I mean, it spikes you at 2 items a little bit faster because the item's cheap for what it gives you.
That's true. Pyroclasm down as Lot is able to dash away. Isma eats the other side of it. There's the Seer for the stun follow-up. Tidal Wave coming down onto Yahoo, though he steals away the Crescent Guard of his own. And Isma and Lot will be forced back to heal up on the fountain. Kana's going to get chased down here. Spirit Rush. Charm doesn't connect, but the culling does in the end, and Giant X are able to kill off Kana once again. TP behind by Lot, but Yahoo should just be able to walk out. 16 wins in 6. So, yeah, if G2 2-0, I think they just automatically get it.
Interesting.
Get that second spot. We need someone smarter than us to confirm it, but that's where I am right now. As Pyroclasm goes down, stun onto Jackies as well. He's forced out. Lot uses the Seekers to try and survive, and the dive in is just not enough. They'll go on to Kalista. He bounces out. Jackies with a good flank finds a bit, and it's now a 3v3, but the Hounds are calling, and they're damn hungry. Yike finds a double. Jackies is able to get out, but in the end, it is still KC winning out the fight, although it was closer on first inspection.
Yeah, I genuinely, that was much closer than I expected. Unfortunately for GX, we
see up 6k gold. And for Giant X, you are looking at holes all over the place. Noah slowed up here, but the right eyes has to flash away. There's a charm though, and Kana will die. The question is, with Lots TPing in, can Giant X find more than just the one? Counter-strike, they dive onto the Fury, caught of the pack, eviscerate across the wall. Jackies goes back in with the Spirit Rush. Isma with the Crescent Guard, Death Charge on the back line. Yahoo dives in, and Lot's gonna pick up one. Yahoo goes down. KC are falling apart at the seams. Jackies! What a moment to step up as Giant X find 4 in the mid lane.
Wow! What an unbelievable fight from
game,
GX.
Betty?
They have 5 members alive.
Bucio's
He's trying to get to the wave. He's trying to, but he's not going to have access to it. Jun is going to prevent that from happening. Those are long death timers. GX might have just gone and done it.
Kana's up at 15. Will have Pyroclasm available. Giant X are marching down mid. They don't want KC's only foe to be G2 in the regular season. Giant X want to end it on a high. The first Nexus Tower down. Brand is back up, but the Brand that's on top is Giant X.
I cannot believe that's how the series ends. Just like that. What felt like a foregone conclusion out of nowhere. GX find the fight of a lifetime. They run it down mid and they just end the game. 32 minutes. GX win a series against KC. A huge upset.
GX, KC's weakness seems to be teams that start with G. You can vote for one of them.
Rise is stronger on sides, but Azia scales better just because he has more range and can do more damage from a distance. His disengage is also very valuable against hard engage comps. His play against KC.
Yeah, that is a locked series, pretty much, right?
Yeah, and it of course is under the assumption. Oh, hang on a minute.
Exhaust going down as they look for the engager onto Super. He's chunked out. Barrier and heal exchanged on the side of Super and
That's what we said about Alvaro. Like, we'd rather see you on engaged supports and just accept the lane loss, but
this
not
is what
this
it costs
badly.
you,
This is way too damaging.
Way off.
It's because with both the barrier and the heal gone, he really just can't approach. Now, this is devastating for Super. He's at 1 CS. Alvaro is trying his best to mitigate the losses here. He draws aggro so that the minions don't go underneath the tower.
Super gets back, no. Oh, Caps trading with Jojo as well.
That's a solo kill.
Caps. It's a solo kill, Vedi. Who's better now? Who's better now?
Well, that could be such a big impact.
It's a scrap fight, Vedi. Although the Scuttle Crab isn't even up yet. Skewmon level 5 trying to force in here. Alvaro at half HP. Dashes in with the Grand Entrance with the Shroud of Darkness from Skewmon will block it. Jojo low. Caps trying to join in with that overload, but can't get the damage down. LeBron forced out by Elioya in the end. LeBron still only lets first blood in only about a quarter of their game, major lead in only about a third of the time. Whereas in week 7, half of the time they've been in a major lead. First blood in 3 of their 4 games, and a gold lead of 2K at 14 minutes. G2 this weekend have been on fine form, Vedi. Yeah. I think arguably at times the best player in the LEC. As well, depending on where you're looking at it. Grand Starfall coming down, and Lebrov is just deleted. We talked about the use of the first Pantheon. Where are you going to stem the tide that is G2 through the fog of war? Sneaking around this corner so they're not spotted by that ward, but I believe they have been seen. Jojo could just go in with the Emperor's Divide. They'll dive onto him. Paranoia, outfocus result, doesn't find it. And Jojo shifts the sands to find his escape.
Patient response there from Jojo. Throws out the ultimate. Nice timing. Gets him away to safety. Now Alvaro with the knockup.
Grand Entrance because Zuri used Arcane Shift here. Hans Summer still holding on to that flash. Has popped the exhaust and not enough damage from a transcended Yanara to get through Hans Summer. Did have to use the exhaust, but doesn't burn the flash. Elioya and
47.
Yeah, it must be close.
That has to be pretty damn close, right? Like, that is super impressive.
Elioya, flash shield vault, quickness from Alvaro as well. They'll go for Hans Summer, but he flashes away from the Grand Entrance. Skewmon can come in with the Paranoia, but already the Yanara picks up one. It's answered with another. As Skewmon will take out Super. Grand Entrance there. Hans Summer continues to just put as much damage into Alvaro and Elioya as possible. Meanwhile, Jojo's moving down from the mid lane and Caps is going up. Caps is looking for the fight against Mirwin here. Broken Blade can chase him down. Caps just walking across. There's the call of the Forge God. Mirwin still has the flash, uses it just to distract Caps and Broken Blade for as long as possible. Equalizer down to try and clear out the wave. Mirwin is dead as a dodo here.
Well, hang on.
No, he's dead. You forgot Rune Prison?
No,
you forgot about the Rune Prison?
I actually thought he was out of range of Rune Prison, but not quite. Now we're back on Dragon, though. Started off by Koi. The bottom lane of Super and Alvaro are coming back out onto the map.
It's a 4v3 for Koi. Broken Blade can join in with the TB, but Lebrov doesn't have a way out at all. Jojo finds him, and G2 a little greedy contesting as 2 there.
Scrappiness all over the map. Mirwin did promise that being driven by the advantage that Caps and Hans have been able to build.
Yeah, Rift held for G2, 2 Drakes though, 2 MKOI. Skewmon looking for the smite here, will get it. Mirwin trying to burn him so they can't pick up the eye, and he does exactly that.
1 second.
Equalizer down onto Skew, Paranoia out from the Nocturne, the spear though! Skewered is Skewmon as MKOI find another. Elioya has been involved in all.
Magic resistance already picked up by him, the Koenig Rukun.
Realm Warp behind Jojo. Does have the flash call before it comes out. There's Sundux as well, and Alvaro once again is here in time to protect.
TP invested though from Mirwin. Are they looking for something bigger? With Elioya on the top side of the map, it doesn't look like it, so a preemptive ulti used. Jojo taking a decent chunk of damage from the True Shot barrage. Mirwin now has to be careful, doesn't want to overstay his welcome. It's a big opportunity in the top lane.
There's the TP out from Jojo.
I think that's smart. Caps doesn't have the TP to match now.
Hans dashes across the wall. Arc of Judgment coming out. There's the spear for the slow quickness as well. And once again, Lebrov is caught all unawares. Super finds another equalizer down. Skewmon, even with the fear and the Shroud of Darkness, there's no darkness that hides you from MKOI.
4-1 for Lebrov. We've been saying it for a while now, but the difference that this man looks when he's on these engages. Elioya makes his way into bottom.
Dive onto Caps, and he's just burnt alive! Elioya absolutely on form, involved in every single kill of the 7.
Sitting in side lanes, catching what farm he can, largely going into Broken Blade. The lane assignments that they've set up has really favored him.
Broken Blade going to dash away, knocked back with the Emperor's Divide as well, does have the flash and uses the TP, but he's going to get down because of the quickness. It does flash away, and dashes, never mind, he survives. He's on after all. Grand entrance dodge to the side of BB in the end. It's Elioya, who else, who claims the kill.
3-0-5. Oh, Koita! Jojo didn't realize he had tower aggro.
And Caps is here. Elioya now all on his own. This could be massive. There's a 500 bounty on this guy's head. He's going to flash the wall. Caps is going to flash to chase. Jalabrov is flashing too! Oh, it's disaster! Jojo doesn't realize he has the aggro and Caps just gets paid! Super flash!
Oh, doesn't...
Not going to be in range.
What is happening right now?
It's not going to be in range, dude. Oh, no!
Super scores as he finds another kill. The third dragon of the game. What is happening? It's 4 kills denied. Chaos is unfolding on the map. Kill. Have vision of Skumond. Yeah, oh, he's TPing back to top. Never mind. They do have info on where Skumond is.
Alvaro Grand Entrance, Shroud of Darkness there to stop the CC from coming in. Mirwin and Broken Blade still trading towards this bottom side. Equalizer out. Broken Blade has the Kanik Rooken and the Negatron Cloak to back it up. Hans Summer needs to retreat from the tower, and it's MKOI. Not only the drums in the crowd, but forcing G2 to play to the pace of their drum, the tempo they are setting as Caps looks for this top lane tower. Will be able to secure it, but now the collapse begins. Caps has a Realm Warp, Super's on the chase. Realm Warp in, Jojo can't get there in time, but the grand entrance is looking to lead G2 to a grand exit. Labrov once again on the floor, and Hans Summer might join him as Alvaro looks for more, has to flash away the missed shot. Just an edge wide of hitting onto the support.
Is that a Baron consideration? No, it doesn't look like it. The HPs are a little too low. Instead, they'll take the crab and they'll be happy as Koi get another kill on the board. When Jojo came back from MSI, oh, he's found Hans, he's chasing him.
Oh, Hans able to get away. And there's the paranoia in, and Jojo goes too deep. It's like the mines of Moria, they were too greedy. Double for Skew. And now the TP behind Mirwin has flash, uses it immediately. He wants the hell out of that.
The exhaust from Hans Summer adding so much value, buys enough time for Skumon to ult over, and with the jungler gone, now is a Baron opportunity. Koi, they overstep their bounds.
Call of the Fortune coming out. Mirwin has no flash, knocked up. Labrov looking for the damage. G2 just trying to find pickings here, realizing they can't really fight with their lower health.
No flash from Mirwin.
On the Baron, as you say, no flash from Mirwin. Alvo tries to dash away, Rune Prison. A second battle dance saves him in the midst of the action.
Also
which is a lab-proven hexplate at this point,
absolutely.
Right?
Now, the fight for the mid-wave begins as Dragon Soul is spawning soon. The tower been set up, here we go.
Call of the Forge God, they'll look for Mirwin, still does not have flash. A quickness immediately disengaged from Skumon, dived in with the paranoia as well, and Super now on the wrong side of this wall. Skumon is low, Caps unable to join the fight. The Emperor's Divide from Jojo. They're looking for the knocker from Alvaro already, that's 2 for MKOI. G2 try to pincer in, but they just can't find it, there's a pause.
There's a pause! I mean, as a champ, I like watching it, but right now I want to get back into the game because I see the ready checks have come through. We're getting back in.
That we are. Jump back into the action as MKOI are looking to chase Caps out. Realm Warp out from Caps, but he can't take it. Needs to put the damage down, but MKOI will just chase him out. And that is another kill over to MKOI. This will be solved for them. No real contest available for G2 anymore.
So, MKOI, what a huge team fight win for them. The swinging momentum.
Hans is up in 10, Caps is up in 15, no Realm Warp available. TP out from Jojo as he pushes out the bot side. Skumon doesn't have the paranoia nor a flash to get in. Broken Blade Core to the Forge God still not off cooldown. Hans Summer has just respawned. Elioya is low. Broken Blade with the Bellows Breath tries to jump on the Super, gets a 3-man knock up, but it's still going to get taken out by MKOI. He stops the Baron, but at the cost of his own life.
I mean, a worthwhile sacrifice, I will say. They'll deny Koi from securing it. That ultimate from Hans Summer doing some serious work as well. G2 will look to clear out some of the vision. And Koi, they need to go back to base. Jojo going to go answer that top wave as a 5. It's a difficult fight to approach for G2. They're kind of reliant on Hansama landing some poke. Jojo going to do the exact same thing, though.
Jojo at 3 items, just going to chunk through them. The quickness, the equalizer, and Caps goes a good night. MKOI knew exactly who they wanted to kill, and they executed it perfectly. Broken Blade in with the knockabout. Summer trying to put the damage down with the shield bolt. He's stunned up, locked up, and taken out. The Emperor's Divide, not even necessary, as MKOI will run G2 through. And Lyoya here, and there's the move we were just talking about.
It's an ace for Koi with all 5 members left standing. A very clean fight. They eliminate Caps and they clean up the rest of G2. The win streak of G2 will end as Koi go 1-0 up in this best of 3.
And for Koi, what a moment it would be to take down this series. They have done the first step. Caps up in 6, but he'll only be alive to watch his Nexus die. MKOI, the first team here in Madrid to take a game of G2. And the icing on the cake is Caps has to watch it from the death realm.
1-0-17 for Alvaro. 18 of the team's 20 kills, with the only exceptions being Lyoya's side lane ganks. Alvaro on engaged supports is simply a different beast. The pace at which Koi played that game was fantastic. G2 gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Oh, Lissandra's so good.
Yeah, locked in for
It's
Jojo
so
Pyun. And they...
Oh my god, Broken Blade plays Vayne?
Apparently.
Yeah, I mean, he has zoned the minions away from Mirwin, so I guess that is technically a win. Oh, we got a fight in bot lane already.
That we have. Labrov trying to step up, super down at half HP. Hansama begins to open up. Alvaro
okay.
though with the staggering blows. Alvaro gonna be forced away. Heal out from Labrov and Hansama. Flash the barrier. Another auto needed, but Pix is here to help. Labrov picks up first blood on the bot side.
So, either my understanding of this bot lane 2v2, but that's a 2v2 kill, and that is not how Koi want to start off this game too.
Not at all. And Lyoya went for the invaders. Caps does level up. Jojo doesn't have kill threat now. Good charm. Electrocute with the Orb Deception as well for a bit of extra damage. Jojo, though, winning out that matchup. Mirwin now needs to be careful. He's already used his TP. And he has to flash out of something here. Ishtal's impact, condemn. Locked against the wall. No escape for the Gnar. And G2 coming out of the gate swinging 2-0 and 1.2k ahead. And because of that now, Jojo has to TP to the top side.
What a monstrous start. Lyoya will be spotted, yet the cancel on the back from Broken Blade.
Ishtal's impact. Lyoya has to flash it. But Skewmon will have to give up on the Gromp. Lyoya stole away some of the camps. Flag and Dragon not connecting, but the slope from the red enough to make Broken Blade interested in continuing the play.
Okay, so it will delay really.
Oh, he knows there's no ward here because the control ward went down.
Tumble.
He has final hour, exhaust, and flash. Jojo looks for it. There's the final hour. Flash, Ring of Frost. Exhaust. Broken Blade, though, with Mirwin chasing him down. Tumble away. Tries to trade onto Mirwin, who has to flash away. BB still has flash. Like Jojo has used a lot here. The Ice Shard flashed away by Broken Blade. 2 summoners for 2. But both of the ones for G2 have been used by Broken Blade.
Nice flash placement. The root connects on the Hansama.
Oh, uses the dredge line after an auto attack there. Alvaro, smartly done, because there was that spell shield coming out from the Sivir.
Blade is generating all this pressure on the top side that Koi feel responsible to try and answer. Because Lyoya couldn't cover because he was covering the bot sides, it meant that Jojo had to try and do his best to save top.
Cap's also now dealing with no Frozen Tomb and no Flash on that Lissandra. He can be so much more aggressive in this lane if he wants. And does need presence from Skewmon to do so.
The wave is still awkward as well.
Spirit rush forward. Oh, the charm wide. Jojo with a good sidestep, but there's the Assault's impact into the Impale. He's got no flash, he's got no ult, and Jojo pays for going top.
Koi will just concede this dragon. They don't feel strong enough right now to really contest. Lost Chapter going to be done by Jojo. Oh, he's going to run into
going in, dredge lined. Jojo low on mana, but has enough for the Frozen Tomb. The Wild Growth from Labrov there in time, and now Skewmon can look for that Impale. Alvaro trying to get away with the Riptide slow, but they don't even need the Stinger of the Scorpion because Labrov has some supportal combats. 2 kills to him.
Here for Koi.
It's also one of those games where you don't usually want a Fed support, but if you're going to have a Fed support, A Lulu with Ardent Sensor, when you have 280 carries, is probably the best. Dredgeline, though, from MKOI, as they look to collapse on the Vayne. Super dives in with the kill instinct for the final hour. It's the final second of his life. Good kill from MKOI, punishing the Vayne.
Now, this is a much-needed play for Koi.
Some vision going in for G2 towards that red side jungle for Broken Blade. It's the cost of doing business.
Great news even for Mirwin, but Caps continuing to be that shining light for G2.
The Condemn comes out. Good Frozen Tomb from Jodo to stop the Ishtar's impact, but the upheaval slow is there. Lebrov has a polymorph too. Help picks into Glitter Lance for the slow. The follow-up, Impale Flash away. Dredgeline now onto the Lulu. Wild growth on Broken Blade. I don't think that's who Lebrov should have used it on. BB trying to open up with the final hour. Hans Summer joining in, but with the TP out, Ishtar's impact has to be used as the retreat. MKOI have 5 up here to G2's 3. Wow.
The response from Koi.
For Lebrov to survive, and that is the reason that we do see the Nautilus picked like this so many times. Skumon steps forward, four members of MKOI here, and it's Caps on the flank, but Skumon's just done for. Alvaro getting in on the support killing action as Skumon just really oversteps.
Yeah, blunder after blunder now coming through. The only good news for G2 is that it was Alvaro that ended up picking it up.
It's good news for Alvaro as well. Another Dredgeline. Jojo looking for that flank position, killer instinct in, and Lebrov is going to die again. Broken Blade looking for the flank, TP coming in by Caps as well. Jojo still no Frozen Tomb, the charm Condemn enough. Another Dredgeline though, and with a flag and drag follow-up. Flash staggering blows onto Caps, means he has to use the Spirit Rush. He dashes back in. Caps tries to escape, but it's already a double for Super. The charm just in time, but with a Cataclysm. Elioya claps Caps' head. Impale onto one from Skuma, but he has to flash. Otherwise, he would not survive the clutches of MKOI.
What is happening right now?
Ghost on this one, no real reason to fight. Skumon a couple of times being caught out by the CC chains coming out from MKOI. No Mercury treads and mercurial decisions made by him. Remember, he's on one of the teams.
Okay, well, Koi now in a bit of a winning position. The goal is largely equalized, but we find ourselves in a situation where Super's 3-1-2.
Yeah.
The Kai'Sa is very strong.
He's going to step up here. Hans Summer, okay. Oh, it's a super moment, guys. Hans Summer dead, though. It's a super moment. He almost finds 2 as Lebrov has to run. Broken Blade coming in at the last second with the TP enough to take down Kai'Sa.
So I thought I cast a curse in.
Is it Nash's Tooth next? On Super with the Blasting Wand and the recurve bow. Hans Summer has Flash, has Barrier. Help picks not enough. Doesn't get a chance to use anything but the Barrier. Impale. Gonna pull back Alvaro. The Cataclysm in though. Alvaro will fall to this. And he's locked in the pit. Elioya attempts a tower shot, but G2 unable to react in time to get any more than one.
Now that is what is scary for the Sivir. They will put themselves on soul point, as you were saying.
Caps looking for a charm, lands it only onto Elioya. Pretty tanky with the Black Cleaver and the Sundered Sky. Jojo on that front line with the Ice Shard. BB walking up towards the top side. Doesn't have TP. Broken Blade doesn't have a way to join this fight, and Mirwin is a lot closer. Flash, depth dodge immediately. Hans Summer, Wild Growth, Cataclysm down on him, and the ricochets just aren't ricocheting. As Hans Summer's Sivir is deleted, Mirwin dashing forward, Skumon dashing through the wall. That will be soul point for MKOI.
Alvaro on engaged supports is simply a different beast. What a play! He connects the hook with the spell shield, and then flash alt auto.
Understandably, like this is a Koi we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Haven't seen probably since last summer. As Skumon caught out with a Frozen Tomb. He's pretty tanky, has the Spectre's Cowl as well for a bit of extra magic resist. Protoplasm on him, Charm, Dredgeline, Alvaro now in the midst of G2, and there's no escape for him as Broken Blade begins to open up on Super, and at the moment, the Vayne wins that 1v1. A Charm as Super falls, BB gets the shutdown, and he's on the chase for more. The final hour, perhaps, the final chapter in this game has not yet been written. Broken Blade laying pen to paper, and signing MKOI's death warrants.
Elioya trying to waste as much time as possible, but that will be a Baron. G2, you cannot afford to make a mistake. They threw everything in the kitchen sink at Skumond, and they paid the price for it. G2 bounce back, they'll get themselves the Baron, and the game will flip on its head once more. Koi versus G2 is delivering.
Broken Blade going back in, has that experiment Hexblade in the final hour, is back up. Mirwin about to go Mega, and Broken Blade with No vision in the bush, doesn't want to follow any further. Baron secured for G2. The gold now swings back in their favor. And we've seen, like, Broken Blade hasn't been in these...
And now this Vayne is very fed, and G2 answer back just like that.
Alvaro with a hook onto Skumon, has the depth charge, charm down onto the Nautilus. Jojo still looking to engage. Wild Growth has been invested. Drake up in 2 minutes, so we're fighting over vision predominantly right now, over that mid wave, which is crashing towards the MKOI tower.
Yeah, I feel like the G2 probably could have kept someone in mid, empowered the minions to do more damage towards the tower.
Mirwin has to flash the charm. Caps. Spirit rushed in. Mirwin now no longer has that summoner at his disposal because of that MKOI backing away. Jojo's delegated to push in a side lane. G2 without the extra TP. Broken Blades is up, but Caps is not. Looks like they're just going to keep pushing. They'll accept that Jojo will get some damage on the plates, but they'll take a tier 2 and a tier 1 in mid to extend their gold lead to 2K.
Very nice.
Huge loss. But G2 do have a lot of short cooldown CCs, and you know, with the Charm and with the Condemn. It's not the end of the world if that Zhonya's does come out. Dredge line onto Skumon. Alvaro on the front line once again. Flash, depth charge, Super looking for the dive onto the back line, but Alvaro is just way too deep. Super can't go in. Broken Blade towards the top side is locked in. The Cataclysm Flash Wild Growth. Double root from the Ring of Frost. Nah, back. The Impale only landed over to one, and Hunt Summer now rooted up Wallop. There for the start. It's a triple for Super. They bided their time. Caps will get one in response, but that is Infernal Soul to MKOI.
Wow, fantastic team fighting from Koi there. It looked lost after Alvaro was picked off at the start. Alvaro realized, oh no.
That's what they're going to do. Vision outside the pit is good from LeBron. That ward there spotting MKOI as they walk into this choke point. The
Look at Jojo.
From Jojo. Osasito looking forward on the hunt, goes on Summer. Caps finds the fact that Jojo is waiting in the wings. Frozen Tomb now used. Skumon trying to step in. Alvaro with a dredge line. Caps kills off Jojo. The Impale on the back. The Cataclysm cataclysmic for the fans here in Madrid. And once again, he is Europe, he is Caps, he is everything for G2 as he stops any chance of MKOI winning the fight.
Wow, a phenomenal Impale in the midst of all of that as well. G2 will bring us to a game 3.
And he just finds it. The vision in the banana bush enough for Caps to realize where Jojo is waiting. He silences the crowd. And as you say, Vedi, we are going all the way today, 6 out of 6, as we'll go to game 3 of this best of 3.
Caps, Caps, Caps. Completely shut Jojo down in that final fight. The moment that he had to self-ulti, it was over. But G2, they answer back. Fans having fun with it. Big smiles on the faces of Caps. I mean, when is he not smiling, that man? Okay, we're going to game 3. We couldn't have asked for more for our final day of the regular season of spring.
It shows how...
The Anivia top. We saw the Zeri top yesterday in game 3. It didn't quite pan out. Let's see how the Anivia does this time around. G2 got quite a skirmish comp on their hands with the...
has the high note still available, can look for that double Q, which can be tricky for the rail to avoid. Ignite, first chain, sorry, not Ignite, just the chains and the electrocute. Caps, the minions helping out, forming a clone there. That second one is temporary. LeBlanc combo can find its mark. The Lee Sin centered here, and the LeBlanc passive has been procced.
Jojo dangerously low, Caps in a similar state. Caps does have that level advantage though.
I think Caps is much less dangerously low. Jojo, that's pretty dangerous for Jojo, as that Yoya looks for a little bit with the audacious charge. Caps, with no mana, is going to get taken out. In the end, Caps does get first blood, but burns his flash to do so.
So, coming into today's series, the question was, who is the
comparison was between the two at the time, right? Coming into this weekend specifically.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, Super. Wow. Playing on a nice edge there. The lanes aren't going good for Koi,
They're not at all, Betty. They're not at all.
Lane's bad. And Skumon, Elyoya now has to cover. This is...
they're going to jump onto LeBron. Heal comes out, but Hunt Summer's now here to join the party. And Elyoya doesn't have the flash to escape. Elyoya forced away. Flash forward from Skumon with the Tempest Cripple, and Hunt splashes for the double up damage. Skumon dashes away. And there's not really much you can do about that. Root Caps with another root.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Stop it. Stop it, Caps.
Oh, Caps is making fun of JoJo. I think the conversation is being put to a mistake. Just point blank.
Yeah.
Lebrov loses 0 HP off the back of that play.
Oh, Skuma with the Dragon's Rage kick back onto Super. Hansama here for the chase as well. Super has to flash away, but there's the beat drop. And Super has no way out apart from the barrier. Sonic Wave. The Echo location not quite enough.
You know. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, cool.
I forgive you. But it seems that there is no forgiveness for Koi in this matchup, as G2 are being ruthless. And do you remember what we said? That Vitality's probably going to choose anyone that's in 4th place.
Yeah.
I feel like that.
Anyone who's not G2.
Yeah.
Is technically behind Alvaro, but that's one World Atlas charge, so not going to matter too much as Caps is the first to complete his role quest. Jojo Pyun going to get chained up. Skewmon here for the follow-up. Flash kick. And Jojo. Well, Lebrov takes it. He knew he was behind in gold there. He was like, I've got to get this kill.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, it's a little from Koi. Like, it's easy now with the luxury of seeing how things are playing out that, oh, well, G2 clearly outdrafted them, but...
Okay. Broken Blade flashes away from the Shadowing Strike and then gets the Pathmaker out. Mirwin on Lebrov. A beat drop, an encore, a flash away. The crystallized the auto enough as Mirwin finds his first. Meanwhile, Elioya's on the flank here as well. When becomes lightning, and Caps might just be done for. He flashes the wall. Caps on nothing, and the Crescent Guard finds the kill for MKOI. Skewer's getting chased down by Adora here, who is low on mana. A hero's entrance from Jojo, who's been making a hero's exit from the mid lane as often as possible.
Well, that was a very odd sequence of options.
Typical Lee Sin play these days, Vedi. We've evolved like an insect. You see people doing insects in silver these days.
There are people that know that it's called an... Oh.
There we are. There's the insect into the beat drop onto Mirwin, and the egg sits in the middle of the lane, gobbled up by Hansama.
There are people today that have no idea who Insect is, but they know the name of the play.
He was 4G2.
That was diabolical.
He wasn't Origin though, right? It was Origin?
I believe so. It was Forgiven.
I think Expeccio when I think of Origin, you know?
Sure, I get that. I think it might have been Wicked, maybe?
I don't think it was Wicked.
I don't remember though. Anyway,
was
not relevant. G2 still at a 3k gold lead. Herald is spawning in 5 seconds. Ooh, and that's an engage.
That it is. Heroes Entrance coming down as Skewmon tries to escape it. Flash taunt from Jodokin. Skewmon's going to fall. Lebrov and Hans are now retreating. And Hans has to burn his flash to get out.
Nice punish there from Koi. They're chasing down Lebrov. The arrow, the slow.
Lebrov able to flash.
Also not able to connect. Super gliding a little bit there. Good damage starting to come through from Koi as they find a pick of their own.
Kicks on the Lee Sin. I guess he did control the bot side as well in the early game.
See what Mirwin's doing there, by the way?
Paid from the benefits of it. He's slowing Broken Blade on repeat.
No. He
crystallized off the minions, yeah.
But I don't think it did what he wanted it to do.
It's really good when you have a Nico on your team. Because the enemy is like, oh, the minions are walking weirdly. Which one's Nico? Well, he's not yet, Betty. But now he is. Okay, cool. There we are. Hansama there for the follow-up, and that's more plates going into the pockets of the Misfortune. Caps needs to be into the mid lane. Might have the misfortune of falling foul of MKOI. Alvaro goes in and trying to look at oh.
Nice relying on Alvaro to find a 5-man ulti.
A 5-man magnet, sort of say.
Yeah.
I live for those, but need to be able to get into the fight to get them. Caps now coming out of base with his Shadow Flame complete. 2 items.
Oh, now here we go.
2 as well on Hansama. Elioya jumps towards Hansama. There's the hero's entrance as well, and Hans doesn't have flash to get away. You don't even need the 5-man Magnet Storm. You just need it on a couple. Lebrov forced out. Caps joins the fray, but Alvaro's killed off Skewmon. Lebrov having to flash out. Broken Blade flashes the wall too. Elioya chases him for more. Lebrov with the surround sound shield. Jojo still will taunt him back and bring him down. MKOI finds 4. BB died as well.
Color me surprised. Koi, I thought you needed a magical team fight to turn this game around, but it turns out you just got a
gold lead. Does force Caps to use the Mimic on the distortion. Broken Blade TPing in towards the mid lane because there's a Drake up in 10 seconds time. The previous fight did give MKOI the second Drake. Jojo's going to knock back with a Q3, but I think he just had punched out of it. Yoya looking for that flame becomes lightning. They go to Hans Summer, flashes away from the Magnus Storm. There's the encore follow-up, Hero's entrance. Hans Summer looking for that bullet time. All out goes Broken Blade as he distracts the best of MKOI. And now Jojo's in the middle of 4. He's going to have to flash as well. Broken Blade trying to dash away from Super, but now Super on a killing spree. G2 lose their top and perhaps lose their heads. Caps dashing away. MKOI winning out the fight. I thought Jojo was done for, but they didn't have the damage to get through the Gallia.
The bullet time held on by Hans Summer. Jojo had to flash away to safety, but that was enough. Because
It comes through. Usually that's when you see the bullet time, but it's only Elioya really in the middle of it, and he can just pop crescent guard. So you can't really bullet time on there. Hans Summer doesn't get the opportunity to really use it as Mirwin is caught out here. The chains crystallize, stops Caps from advancing any further. Good flash force. There's the kick with the Dragon's Rage, and Mirwin, well, he's been beaten, he's been whisked, and he's killed off by G2. Nibia not surviving through that, but MKOI will take 2 towers for the good and bring that gold lead down under the 500. Right? You see it so often.
Well,
sometimes the single Dragon Rage
which
can
is
do it.
kind of insane.
And Alvaro's deathless as well. After the lead that Hans Summer and LeBron were able to garner, Skumon going to get caught out with the arrow, and Yoya there for the chase. Idol of Duran for the taunt, and once again, we see a G2 player dead before the fight really begins. Hans Summer has to cancel the bullet time. Caps is down for the double, and now Hans Summer and LeBron are on the retreat. Broken Blade tanky enough to survive through Super for now, but he needs to get away from the Magnus Storm! You can't climb that wall! He'll take down a bit of poultry. As G2 fall foul of the situation, MKOI, there's a Baron available. They are just turning for it.
The laning phase simply doesn't matter. KOI are getting the better of G2 in the mid-game. A sentence I did not expect to be saying. Fascination on someone like Super.
Gotta kill Super.
But Jojo now, a full level up.
Yeah.
A full level over Caps is Galio. Level 17, a front line that G2 is going to have to get around.
Cancel is a wonk as well. Like one of his most played across the course of his career, 70% win rate on it, and Super gets the arrow down! Who is the assassin now? Super from 404 can't find an enemy that can stand up against him. Now 5-0, and that for an MKOI with the Baron buff just expiring. Push in 2 lanes.
Listen to the...
MKOI here looking to upset that record. And you have to think, like, G2 have thrown it at them. They've thrown the kitchen sink in, but MKOI with a Magnus Storm onto LeBron, the Hero's entrance as well. LeBron's going to have to flash away. Knock up onto Skumon, bullet time rips through them. Mirwin joins the fray. A good crystallize will stop Caps in his tracks. The Dragon's Rage kick back onto Elioya, but he's going forward. Crescent guard not enough. All out onto Jojo. Mirwin trying to join from the top side, but Jojo's going to fall too. The hush around the arena is once again. We see G2 do what G2 do best. Find a way back into the game.
That was an engage from KOI that G2 managed to turn around. And a narrow choke point like that, the misfortune really got serious value. The hunt is on, Mirwin is the target. He is going to be forced into his egg, but he's not going to live for long. G2 find a 3rd kill. Oh, hang on, Mirwin. Now they're going to hand it to Hans Summer. There's no objective. That's the good news for KOI. Yeah, I mean, I already feel my voice starting to go.
Yeah.
50 seconds now. Caps on the hunt, he dashes in.
Looking for Elioya, lands the chains, Jojo goes forward, encore, lands onto Super on the backline as well, and even with the Crescent Guard, Elioya's now in the midst of the team, the arrow lands onto Caps on the backline, Magnus Storm, he's kicked away! Alvaro can't find the engage that he really wants, and now Mirwin needs to do a lot of work. A good crystallize here can stop G2 from advancing, but Caps tries to take down the bird. A shattering strikeout from Alvaro, just distracting, Super having to flash away. Jojo going to rejoin the fray. Hero's entrance, Elioya. The shield not enough to keep on alive. Mirwin does kill off LeBron, but Super stands and delivers, and still finds him. He is the superstar! But the man of the ages shuts him down. Caps almost gets the double. In the end, it's MKOI's soul off the back of Super. Because so far, Super, even though he's behind in gold, has had those angels on his shoulder, those protectors, those allies. And Hans hasn't been able to find a way to really open up in a team fight.
Arrow.
Broken Blade on that front line. Q3 for the knockback. Jojo looking for the flank. Broken Blade just getting ripped to pieces. A Cassante more squishy. I have never seen a flash torn a bullet time at the crystal eyes. Will stop the bullets from ripping through. And now Caps has got the world to do. Alongside Hans, alongside Skew, but they just can't find a way through the oncoming storm that is MKOI.
Super is simply too strong. 10, 1, and 4 is the scoreline for the superstar of KOI. The Baron is uncontested. And now we go back to live. The Baron, the siege beginning. The base beginning to crumble. 2 members of G2 still in the grave.
LeBron back up now. Skewmon trying to catch the wave in mid, but Jojo's going to force him away. Everyone on MKOI stepping up in this game. Mirwin with the crystallizers as well has stopped the bullet time on so many occasions. Jojo chases Skew out of his own jungle.
I mean, Caps just gets melted every time.
Caps the same. Jojo has 14 stacks on his Medjay, and he has been taking names after that laning phase. The G2 Pathmaker in, Encore as well, there's the bullet time, and they rip through MKOI, but Jojo found one, and Super's back from beyond the grave. Super on a killing spree, Alioya diving in, Hansama protected, and no shield will save Alioya. LeBron finds a double Super without that extra angel, gets kicked back, a dash back with Skewmon as well, and Hansama and LeBron now looking for the 2v2, but Super and MKOI still able to open up the base. All 3 inhibs down.
Nearing its conclusion as the Elder will be kicked off by KOI.
It's just gone. How does Skewmon get in here? Alvaro, Jojo and Mirwin all there to block his path in a literal and figurative sense. The Elder already down to 5k. Broken Blade going in, but there's the Elder Encore through it. The Elder secured by MKOI, and now they really get to step forward. The Guardian Angel on Hansama's shoulder, matched by the Demons in blue. MKOI bring down the lasers, bring down the roof of the arena, and G2 cannot withstand the pressure here in Madrid. LeBron tries to walk away, but the last walk he's taking is to an early grave. MKOI in Madrid find victory.
What a way to close out the spring split regular season. KOI secured the Elder in a desperate last-ditch effort. G2 tried to steal it, but it was not enough. Handshakes and smiles from both sides, a hard-fought series. KOI will walk away victorious.
You can vote for one of their players in the Kia Player of the Series vote.